Hello, everyone.
Oh, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. And me, Tina. Yeah. Can you see? Is your own picture frozen of yourself? Because it is on mine. You look like that. Who's that ginger singer? Right.
Ding, ding, ding. I was doing a musical interlude then.
Well.
My TV is buffering. I think this is one of the worst times to do a live, Tay, because like everybody's been Ramadan. It's everybody's at home now, isn't they? And having something to eat, mate. Yeah.
So, all right, let's try. See how far we get.
I can hear you, but oh, there you go. Right, everyone.
Right.
We got to do it. Got to do the music. Ready?
Cue and.
Okay, we've done that then. Right, anyway, this week on a Cosmic Crone Conversation, we are doing the 4, would you say the Greek god? Are they Greek gods?
They are Greek gods, but they do have Roman counterparts. And there's 4 that I've used because there's so many Greek gods. So I thought, well, you said.
I went down a rabbit hole, T. I went down a rabbit hole. Somebody's father of this one. Somebody ate that one. Somebody come out of an egg. Somebody come out the phone. And I'm going. So when we were doing we were going to do the 12, weren't we? The 12 Olympians. Yeah, we was going to do that. And then I thought to myself, because 4 of them were obviously, what we were talking about was 4 of them is what you use. So I thought that might be something nice to home in on, because instead of giving a history of where somebody came from, because somebody cut somebody's willy off and threw it in the sea and everything like that, I thought, let's do something else. So,
So the 4 that I've used, 2 of them are Olympians.
Oh, 2 of them, not all of them. Okay. So I mean, what you want to start with?
Let's start. I've got my glasses on. I've got really itchy eyes. It's like spring's hit, isn't it?
I've got flies everywhere.
I've got really itchy eye, like hay fever eye, but I've just put this blanket thing on and it's probably got dog hairs on it. So, and animals got animals in the brain. I mean, basically in Greek mythology, it's changed over time, and the Romans infused theirs, and the names get changed, and the Romans use lattice names. Lattice?
Yeah, I know. Thinking of that. Oh, an apple lattice. Oh.
So one of the gods that I use the Roman name because I can't say the other one, the Greek one, Salus.
Oh, Salus, yeah.
Which is actually the Roman name for the goddess. I can't really pronounce her name. I think it's Hagia or Gaia.
What is Salus?
Salus. The Greek version is called Hygeia, Hygiea, which is why I call it Salus. It's like when we say certain things here in this country, because we can't say the Turkish ways, like Kyrenia is really Guinea. They invented that for us, so we could say.
I know. I say Guinea, Kyrenia. I'll do a slash. Because, not literally, but, I'm not sure what to say.
So basically, the worship, original Greek gods started out with just Zeus, who was worshipped around the 2nd millennium BC. And then it sort of evolved into like a Greek religion, and that was formed about 750 BC. And then obviously that lasted over 1,000 years, and then the Romans came and pushed their way in and changed things like Christianity did with the pagan. They tried to get things to fit to their own without changing it too much, because they know people won't accept the complete change and abolishing of their religion. So it's, you know, it's sort of a religion, but it's not really, because it is mythology. So let's start with Salus, who I used in a health. Do you remember I did one for your dad? And I did
Yes.
one for our friend Nicole.
Yeah, it's health and well-being, isn't it, Salus?
So she's about, yeah, and the Greek version is pretty much the same anyway. In Latin, so the Roman version in Latin, Salus means health, prosperity, and safety. The Greek version is more, it's health, but it's hygiene and health.
Oh,
so yeah,
there's
slight differences, and apparently the Greek version appears in dreams of her patients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, medicine and care. That's another thing, isn't it?
And
Medicine,
the Roman goddess is associated with snakes. Hence, our medical DNA is a snake.
Any going up the thing, yeah.
That's where that came from. And I think the Greek
That's universal, isn't it, T?
Yeah.
That's universal. Yeah.
So the thing is, like, when that religion came about, the Greek religion with all these gods, it spread across Europe, really. It just spread across the Mediterranean. So that's why we've all got that
symbol.
Yeah. Which is sort of like the DNA.
I've got words like renewal, like you said, healing, what's the other one? Body, spirit, mind, you know what I mean? Like it sounds like a holistic God. Do you know what I mean? In one respect.
The Greek name, Gaia. I mean, we know Gaia, which is spelled in Greek, it's like Gaia. It means earth. So
right.
That's why we call Gaia earth. It's the same thing. It's just
spiritual harmony.
Yeah, Gaia, it's just a hippie version of saying earth. Basically, it's earth. You know.
Sorry, Bab. Sorry.
Earth is a female and she is alive.
Right, okay. Like say Mother Earth, don't we?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the name Gaia came from. And I think that version, I mean, if she's about health and well-being, I can see the connection with Earth there. So I think that is sort of her name there is roped into Mother Earth.
Right, okay. So have you got any more information on that? Because I'm going to ask you the question regarding this.
Salus? No, what? No, what do you want to say?
Right, so because this is one of your 4 that you use, apart from, like you said, like my dad and our friend, have you used Salus a lot, or is it like something that you've used recently, or you've always used?
Very recently, that I picked out specifically because I wanted to do some healing for some friends and family. Yeah. And
just say hello to Warrior Girl.
I did it. Oh, hello, Warrior Girl. I did it in my little fairy ring. So I started doing quite a lot in there now. And I did use the elements as well as using the goddess. And I did use the name Salus. Because I can't pronounce Gaia, Gaia, I have no idea. So I would rather say it properly, but it is one and the same. So they are like I said, it's mythology. It's an energy.
That's what I was
You know,
going to
like
ask you,
a
because we
child.
say gods, and that's
Yeah.
sort of a word that you come
Yeah,
away
I'm gonna
from.
actually, Warrior Girls just mentioned Hermes. I'm gonna mention Hermes because I've
Yeah, we're
used
coming. Are
him
we coming
a
to that?
lot.
Yeah, we are coming to Hermes. It's
Yeah,
one of the four
Hermes
that
I've
Tina
used,
uses. Yeah.
yeah, a lot. And wow, I mean, the spells that I've done with Hermes, I've done 3, which before we got our
Put it to, yeah. I was going to say, are we finished with Salus? Because I don't want to sort
yeah.
of,
Have you finished with Salus? Yeah, there's not a lot on Salus apart from health, prosperity, and safety. I wouldn't use her for prosperity because I use another one, Plutus, for
yes.
prosperity.
But
Which
can I
we will
ask?
do.
Can I ask you something, Bob? Sorry, I know we've got a little bit of delay, but I was going to say, from my perspective, when you have been using these gods and that, from my perspective, when I asked you about, oh, can you say something for my dad? Can you ask,
Yeah,
for my dad and bring some prosperity to his health and all this? And people might say that, well, it was going to happen anyway. That he might get better or he might get
yeah,
worse and all that. But I don't subscribe to it, because it's the core of you feeling and sending like a remote, what's the word? Like a remote healing,
yeah,
if I can say. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And
we're all human. Hopefully, most of us, we're all human, us
yeah.
normal people. But we do magic. But now and then, you need a bit of help.
Yeah.
You
And
know, we're not
that's
perfect. If we did
mostly,
our best, we wouldn't be where we are now. So we do
yeah. I
need
mean,
that help.
yeah,
And why
whoever
not?
you subscribe to for that healing, I don't know, push,
Yeah,
Hermes. I know we're coming back to that in a minute, but that push towards giving that energy. Hopefully, somebody feeling that energy going through to them. It's more about sort of like a helping hand, I would say.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, with the mythology of it all, the stories of the gods, they are actually like stroppy, spoiled little children. A lot of them.
What was it? They
Once
feel stuff. Yeah, they feel that they're our form. They feel stuff. They're hurt in battles and things like
yeah,
that, but they never die.
no, because they're supernatural or superhuman, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call them, and they don't need to work. They don't need to make money. They don't need food. So sort of depicted sometimes as maybe lazy and stroppy. They do have like a bit of ego, but that's why the statues you get of them are naked, because they're depicted with the human traits.
yeah. And you're coming back to Salus about the snake
Yeah.
and was it round the
There's a
arm
lot, there's a
or a
lot of
bowl?
influence. There's a lot of influence
Yeah.
with everything like that. Like, okay, so let's talk about Hermes next, because
Okay.
everybody knows Hermes as a travel, what do you call it?
A
Delivery.
courier or something like
That's the
that.
word. Yeah, because that's what Hermes is, and he is one of the 12 Olympians. So he's the god of merchants, thieves, and travelers. So he's neither good nor bad,
Mm.
basically. He's the son of Maya and Zeus. And the word Hermes derived from Herma, which is a Greek word,
A
and it
messenger
actually means
god. A messenger
he,
god.
it means heap of stones. So Hermes, that derived from Herma, means a heap of stones. And a lot of the gods were like born in Crete, because that's where this whole mythology in Zeus began. So it was one of the Greek islands. And when you look at us, Cyprus now, And have you noticed, so the heap of stones indicates land boundaries. Now, what do they do here with the land? They push all the stones with the tractor aside and use them as a boundary.
Yeah.
So that's
There's an abundance of rock,
yeah.
isn't there here?
Yeah.
An abundance of it. What was it? Oh, that's the thing that I remember about Hermes, because I had to look up some stuff, and that's why I'm looking to the side, because I had to put some notes, because I've got to say, like I said at the beginning, I went down a rabbit hole of who was related to who and who was this, and this is not what our chat is mostly about. It's about why you pick these and how you've used them. That's basically what this is all about. But I remember about Hermes, was Hermes the one with the wings on his sandals and on his like a helmet? Was that the one? Yeah.
See, that's like a Thor type thing as well. So you can see how mythology is a rabbit hole. Exactly. And Hermes wasn't just about merchants and travelers. He was associated with good luck, but good or bad. So apparently he picked up little gifts on his travels,
and he nicked a lot of things.
Yes, they could have been stolen or they could have been found.
He nicked a lot of things, either
way. It's a bit like the fairies, isn't it? Like they like their little...
Yeah, because they're naughty but good at the same time. And isn't it Hermes? I know we're doing a bit of a historical bit, and I want to get back to you mostly, is that he went from, what was it? What did I put about? He goes into the oceans, the world of the dead, and he can come out. He can basically go anywhere and send that message as quickly as possible. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and he has a lot to do with the land, and he apparently protected cattle as well. But for my
usage, he nicked cattle when he was a day old, apparently. His mum was pregnant. She went bloop, and there he was.
So Hermes, I've used specifically for travel, using him for sort of between the others, selling land, buying the new land, and traveling to and fro with the animals, and a quick trade, because it's about trade as well.
Well, you were going for such a long time, weren't you? Knowing the difficulties that the old land had and you were going to come up against. And then, did you start using Hermes then?
So I used Hermes and Hestia, who we'll talk about next, together in a sort of incantation spell, which I did write what I wanted, how I wanted to sell my old land, which was virtually impossible to sell because of them building a road, and
how small it was going to become.
Yeah, and no planning permission because it's so narrow. But obviously I had my little eco house on there, and I had this 2 stables and stuff. So it had something going for it, and it had the water. And I knew that I wouldn't get a lot of money for it. So I needed that extra money to buy new land and buy bigger land. And it all worked out just exactly how I asked. And what I did was I wrote it down and buried it, because I think when you want something to flourish, you have to let it grow. So
using the two, you did it on a note,
Hermes, I gave as a thank you some wheat. I planted the seeds with the letter, buried them, and left it for about 3 months, and then I revisited, done it again, and so sort of where I'd sort of semi-progressed with some things, I revisited things that I still needed doing. And then that was July. And then was it like November, December, things started moving forward. and then it was like, basically it was New Year's, it was on New Year's Day, it was bam, within, oh, she's gone, she might come back again, I'll keep talking. So you've gone black. There you go. Within,
well, you did as well, you know, like it did last time, and that does interfere.
I can hear yours, yeah, we don't get it this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
With,
But sorry, so you
so
put
with
it,
that,
you done that, revisited it, yeah.
by selling the land, I put the land up for sale and I sold it, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to move all these animals. And on the same day, I visited a new piece of land, which I had no idea where it was. I just went up there.
No, because you were going somewhere else, weren't you?
And it was a total surprise, totally out of the blue, and I bought it. In a day, I sold one and bought the other, and because it was so out of the way, it was a lot cheaper. But it was more land, and obviously, if you go to TRNC Animal Rescue Family on Facebook, you will see our videos.
And you can donate by going to PayPal, SOS Dogs 2017 at outlook.com. Yes, I did it.
She got it. You can always PM me for my personal account. So that is Hermes. Now with Hermes, I used Hestia because the main part of
Right. Is that Vesta?
Hestia.
Yeah, but
she is about half and home.
Right.
Which is obviously what I needed, because I want it to be home and I want it to be my final resting place. I don't want to move the dogs anymore. I don't want to build again. And I still need my home. So I've since on the new land done it again as another one with these extras, added Plutus to it, who's abundance, which we'll talk about later. So Hestia is about half and home. So the dogs are settled pretty much. I've still got a lot of building to do. It's going to take a long time, and I understand.
Yeah, every time we go up there, I keep thinking they're going to come running out.
But I need a home, and I'm tired and I'm old, and I really can't go through filling up plastic bottles and making bottle walls.
Which you've gone back to, haven't you? I
don't. If I self-build, it's going to be something simple and quick, which will cost a bit more money. So I'm patient, but I really want a bus, a school bus or a coach that I can refurb into a home. And that way, because legally I can't build a concrete house on the land because it's natural habitat. I can't ruin that. So I can take a bus or a caravan onto there, which is...
I don't know why you don't do it while we're on here. Why don't you?
So I am putting out to the universe, I want a bus. I doubt if I'd get a double decker here, but a coach will be good because you get storage underneath, and our school buses are like that. So that
if anybody's listening or watching in Northern Cyprus, just get in touch with Tina.
So Hestia, coming back to her, she's about half and home. So she actually stayed.
Go on. Sorry, I keep interrupting you and don't mean to. Yeah. Sorry.
She stayed single. And she's actually she stayed single. She was wise. And she's associated with Hermes in a way because they're sort of like, she's the domestic side and he's the business side of things. So they work well together. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just thinking of a question. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. So go ahead, fire away. Question.
Well, I was watching. Now, I only knew a smidgen of information about Hestia, just a smidgen. right? So I thought, oh, I'll do some, have a little study, let's see. And we got Carl joining us. Hello, Carl. And Warrior Girl, I must say before we carry on, has asked about what was it? Readings as well. For doing readings, so I would visit Cosmic Sisters Tarot on YouTube or on TikTok. Get in touch, and particularly could get in touch with Tina on what's Cosmic Sisters Tarot, right? Yeah, and DM or send just send a message if you want any readings done. So there you go.
If you have any ideas for pick-a-pile readings, I've got a few in line.
There's some online on YouTube, ain't there, already there.
I have a very, very sick puppy with parvo that I've been going to the vets every day, and it's a long trip.
That thing, Bailey. Yes, if you go onto Facebook, you'll see it. That on TRNC.
So I'm busy with that at the moment. I just haven't got time.
And the reason why we're going backwards and forwards with like things you're doing and this intertwining with using the gods and things like that and the Olympians is because it's so real. You're using this in real time, in real life.
Do you know this spill that I did? I cannot believe how quick how things happened. Like, it was literally a miracle. I cannot stress how it just all came about, of selling that land and buying the new land and collaborating with a friend who helped with finance, because obviously we're up in the middle of nowhere and I needed a Jeep and we didn't have funds, but I collaborated, and that's everything's, again, it's about trade. So that's what we did, and that's where Hermes comes in.
Yeah, and I was saying about Hestia that we're on now. This is what I say about going into a little bit more. I find that if some people are not aware of what a hearth is, and the hearth is like basically the fire, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's the fire.
What everyone sits around, and it's comfort.
It's about survival and safety.
Yeah, so is she. Yeah, that's what she's about.
Yeah, that's what is Hestia, right? And the fire, that's why, like, you get an eternal flame. When they do the Olympics and all, and all that, eternal flame. And when people they had a fire within their village or a particular place, if they were moving, they would take that fire with them.
Yeah.
So they'd have that. It is getting to summer, right? Because when we were at the other land, we did a fire every now and again, and I was always going, "Can we have a fire? Can we have a fire? Isn't it? Can we do it?" No, don't listen to me. Right. But what was one of the first things I did when we went up there? And this is like blowing my mind. Yeah. What was the first thing I did?
Yeah,
I built a fire.
Yeah, a little rock. Yeah, because we have to be careful up there because we're not allowed.
Oh yeah, no, this was only little. Yeah. We were freezing.
Yeah, it was bitter cold, wasn't it? And we stayed up there. I don't know how we stayed up there, but we did.
I don't know how I got through that night, and I was really ill, weren't I, for about a week and a half after. It was so cold. But then you've got also, can I make it into something else about the warmth and the fire? A fire is like a glowing embers. It's a beacon to people. And like you've got, there's two friends that have really come into the fold now and become more of a like patrons, ambassadors of the land, and has helped it grow quicker than you could actually do it on your own. You know what I mean? That's no disrespect. you know, and
So we'll have a fire. I'll have a little log burner in my bus or whatever it is, chipboard
yeah,
house. You know, to me, home is it is half home. I don't want a villa. I don't want a four-story, 4-bedroom house with a pool.
you want a dwelling that is
Home.
accommodating to you.
Yeah.
One that's been absolutely gutted, long so it can stand there and you can do whatever inside. That is going to make you happy.
Yeah.
The dogs will have you constantly, and we can have parties.
Sorry if you can hear next door, he's a mechanic and he's drilling stuff. Yeah, and the view that I've got is like £1 million view. I mean, I've got the mountains and the sea in the distance. Yeah, so I've got the view of the mountains and the sea. I've got, oh, and she's gone and she's
situation here. Sorry, we've got a reoccurring situation in it, going in and out. I hope this is all blending together. So what's your name?
So the fourth one, we're on the fourth one now, is Plutus, who is about abundance. Plutus, she's gone again. Plutus, not Pluto, not Pluto, Plutus.
It's all right, it just went in and out again.
Plutus in Greek means riches.
Right.
So he's about abundance. Yeah, that's what he's about. And he's another one who was born in Crete, the son of Demeter, whatever her name is. I can never pronounce these ones. But she was the goddess of fruitfulness. So you can see where
it's going off and on, kid. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, mine is. You can see where the abundance comes from because his mum is the goddess of fruitfulness. But Plutus, apparently Zeus blinded him so that he would distribute the wealth without discrimination.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
so
he's usually, see, he's depicted with a cornucopia, which is the horn of plenty. Do you remember years ago people used to wear the little gold horn of plenty?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the 80s or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a cornucopia. That's a cornucopia, and that's what he is depicted holding, a cornucopia. That's why the horn of plenty, when you wore it, it was about getting money, wasn't it? It's about wealth. And
well, Christopher and few rooms have joined us. There you go, cornucopia.
Oh, can you hear next door? Look.
Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them.
So yeah, that's where the horn of plenty comes from. So with Plutus, obviously, for my spell, I need abundance. I need lots of abundance. I need money. And I'm not materialistic. I just need money to feed the dog.
Have I got this completely wrong about Plutus? Is it the god of the underworld?
Plutus?
Yeah. Have I got that wrong?
Yeah. Not Pluto?
I think I've got it wrong, yeah. Yeah, I think I've completely mixed it.
Yeah, or Plutos in Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah, abundance. So, yeah.
Wealth and riches.
Yeah. Get rid of a pesky person. You write their name on a small piece of paper, stick it in a bag and fill it with water. Then stick it in your freezer. Works every time. Does that also work with, like, if you can't get them out of your head about thinking about them?
Is that Warrior Girl? Remember, we do our podcast as well on Spotify. So that's come from nowhere to. So it's Warrior Girl that said it. By the way, everyone, Spotify and other platforms, which I never remember, it comes out every Friday. We do put it on there. So as well as being on YouTube, we're on podcast platforms. So if you want to listen to us and have our dulcet tones in your ears, yeah, carry on. But yeah, that's I've heard of that spell.
As with fairies, I always give something as a thank you token. I can't remember with Plutus, because obviously they are the Greek gods. So we have everything natural here. I've given them like olive, maybe an olive seed, or an olive branch, or a burnt olive. I've just found out on the mountain this gorgeous sap that I can't remember the name of, but it smells like frankincense, and you can bleed the blood. It smells absolutely gorgeous. So there's another gift, and remember, it's all Cypriot, it's all Cyprus. So to them, to the gods, it's home for them, isn't it? It's natural substances, if you want to call them.
And like olives are like liquid gold.
Yeah, very expensive olive oil now, isn't it, these days? Yeah. Again, when you come into Hermes, merchants, it's selling, isn't it?
Prosperity, abundance.
Yeah, and also because it was such a big thing for me, and I was so thankful that instead of just giving things that I buried in the ground, I actually had 3 hearts, but one was a large one, so I put 2 names on it, and I put their name on each wooden heart, and it's on a rope, and I've hung it on my little large olive tree that's probably about 100 years old. Very old tree. It's been cut down, and it will regrow. But
rejuvenate. That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now my little sort of magic tree, and I've started putting all my little tokens on there.
Your land now at Yappy Valley in come on,
Kilitkaya.
Sorry, I meant to say Kiritakana. Then no, I didn't. I couldn't remember what it was. But you've also, remember, from what you've done, that land has been like that for a very long time. And now you've rejuvenated it. You've brought life to it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I think you should take on board the things that you've asked for, maybe help with, to guide things towards you. But you've put in, well, some of us have put in the hard work to make it something different, make it, and actually somewhere, a haven, a bit of a sanctuary again,
Yeah. And also, I have cut down stuff, and I do feel bad about cutting stuff down. But when you look at the other plants, I mean, we were saying about weeds, but there are vines that literally strangulate everything, because
Yeah, you're not cutting down. You're not cutting down trees. You're cutting down low growing, really like spiky stuff, and what you're clearing, as then you just see this lovely little area of olive, and then carob, harnep trees, and it's, to me, it's coming back to life.
Yeah, carob trees were diseased, and they were just suffocating. So I've cleared them now, and I'm like, oh wow, there's an actual tree in there in the jungle.
Plus, so some of the gods,
snakes. We do have venomous snakes, so for the dog's safety, we need a lot of it cleared. But yeah, we've kept a lot of it for shade and kept it natural, and I found some nice plants there. Actually, there's patchouli.
Oh growing. Nice. Yeah. Is Pluto or Plutus? Because I've got it mixed up a bit. Yeah. I'm asking about the two. So which one? That's what I'm asking about this. Is it a symbol of transformation?
Plutus. No.
Yeah. It must be Pluto. I must be getting this I've got it mixed up, because it's not my area of Well, half of everything we do is not my area.
I'm not an expert on the Greek gods. I was just, when I'm doing spells, I look for different ways of doing things. And this Greek gods, I've never used them before, apart from last year. It's not something I would, stick to. I try everything. I'm
Yeah,
jack of all
yeah,
trades. I'll try
yeah.
anything. And I was desperate, and I've tried manifesting the law of attraction, which forget it. And this works for
Ah,
me.
You know, when
This
you say
works.
that about the law of attraction and things like that, I think you can use it in different ways. I'm not trying to make it so I'm saying, oh, yeah, that's good. I'm just saying, you ask for something to come along, the law of attraction, you ask for something. So maybe using the gods, agree with me, disagree with me, right? Is that, but you bought them to you. Do you know what I mean? It was something else to look at. You weren't carrying on one road. So that law of attraction, the law of attraction of getting something else into your life that would maybe transform what you were doing. I'm not trying to make it fit.
I'm not saying that I would ever worship any god. No.
This is it. This is what I was getting to.
We
Yeah,
call
mate,
them, people call them, they label them as gods,
yeah.
but I don't like that word because it's like that word spiritual, isn't it? It labels something, and I just don't like labeling. And whether you want to call them entities, beings, interdimensional beings, whatever they are, or were, or whether you've even, we went again, but even if you've, okay, take it for instance. When I did my own tarot deck, are you frozen? Move your head. I think she's frozen. No, you still going?
I, I can't. I'm having trouble hearing you on my end.
Right.
So, did you say tarot deck?
Yeah. So one of my tarot decks, the Demon Realm, I invented, if you want to call it that, a demon, a karma demon, which I wrote for my movie and then made the deck of cards for that movie. So I made this demon, karma demon. So I brought him into existence. I could be called a god, but we are all gods anyway, because we all create. I created it. So who's to say you can create whatever you want to help you? It's just an extension of you, isn't it? So I've used this. I call him a demon. Remembering the word demon. I think that's a Greek word as well. Demon. That it's an actual divine being. It's nothing to do. Again, Christians turned it into a bad thing. But demon, actual word demon, is a divine being that helps humanity.
Right.
Yeah. So that's down another line anyway. But I'm just saying,
Right. So,
even if you
yeah,
don't believe in gods, you're
yeah,
creating something.
yeah.
So you can create anything. You could make up your own one and
I'll
create
just,
it.
and also I'd like to say, I've never said this before, but if you're in the chat and having a little chat between you, with no hate, no bad things, there's no need to. I'm not sure. I haven't followed the chat too well, and I don't know if it's me, but I've got to address it or you. Do you know anybody called Danny?
Danny,
Yeah, from
are you
school.
getting
It says the one on the right bullied me at school. I don't know if it's for us too. I ain't got a clue,
yeah,
but
I know.
I don't know anybody called Danny. Delusional.
I'm
Right.
never a bully. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just addressing fighting, no fighting. Don't want any trouble. So anyway, I'd like to say we've done for the four particular gods, because we could have done, here are the Olympians, here are the gods, and done a complete like rundown. But I thought it was very interesting to go into that, knowing the ones that you've used. So you used Hestia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Plutus. You didn't go on too much about Plutus.
Plutus, yeah, it is abundance. Plutus means riches. He was born in Crete, son of Demeter, goddess of fruitfulness. Zeus blinded him so he would distribute wealth without discrimination.
Yeah.
And the cornucopia that he holds, that's why people in the 80s wore the gold cornucopia, because it's about horn of plenty. It's about, oh, you're going to get money. It's like rubbing the Buddha in it and getting money. So that's where that came from. Yeah.
So can you use that because of that?
Because I needed money, abundance. Yeah. And it came, I have to say, out of the blue, apart from, donations that we get for the dogs.
That is out the blue, because without being rude, there's not a lot of the people who donate, you can't thank enough, because they don't have a lot of stuff. But you did have at one time a little bit of a boom on donations, didn't you? From people that we know. And remember, donating and help also comes from the fact that here a group of ladies do like a jumble sale, if you want to say it like that, or yard sale, whatever, and they do it, you give them stuff and then they do it for you, and then you can get the dog food and everything. So what was it? Hestia, Plutus, Hermes and Salus, is that right?
Salus is the Roman name, but yes, because I can't say hi Gaia. Hi Gaia. Hey Gaia.
So those four have given you the abundance and good luck, speed,
and speed for sure,
and things like that. So I think if anybody's interested in the mythology of all that, please go and have a look at, because you do go down a rabbit hole, because you go from Cronus and something, and somebody did this to somebody, and this is the twin sister of so and so, and this is how they're all related. But sometimes I'd like today, I thought it was a good idea to do the four that you have used and how good it's been in your life. So hopefully whoever's looking into the mythology, who wants to call upon those gods, are having a similar journey as you.
And I would look to use more really of the Greek gods, because or any gods, in fact. I mean, we just did on our Cosmic Vibe, we did
our other channel, a Cosmic Vibe for all your ambient needs.
A Green Man sort of charm song to use him, invocation, incantation, whatever you're doing. So we've got the other ones on there as well. I think we did Plutus, didn't we? And we got a friend who's an actor to do the voice for it. But now we actually use AI because it's easier and we don't have to sing or do anything ourselves. But we write our own.
I think sometimes, I mean, I think I've got a fantastic voice and I can do, but you don't want to hear, I'm the Beetle, you know what I mean? So, sometimes it does help, or get out of my pub, and all that, but it does help sometimes, that AI, and does some pretty good voiceovers, and sometimes some tones that are really like welcoming. So right, have we finished tonight?
I am done, did it? Yes.
Yeah, all right then. So again,
sorry, as all spells, they go into my Book of Shadows, which is a very messy, very, very messy messy mess. But I do write things down, so I have got what I wrote and buried.
Yeah, and go back in some of our other podcasts. We talk about grimoire, Book of Shadows, don't we? Having your own grimoire. So have a look at that or listen to that. And thank you, T. I know you're tired. I know you've been to the...
Actually, I know it was a mad day yesterday, wasn't it, with double vet trips?
Yeah. Like you one way, me the other. Yeah.
Dennis is doing well with his ballless. Yeah.
Oh, what Warrior Girl has put on a link to a Cosmic Vibe. She is awesome.
Oh, well done.
Bless her. Bless her. Oh, thank you very much. And we've got to say goodbye because I haven't had me tea yet.
Oh, I made lemon curd. See, we have so much abundance, lemons.
From my tree.
Lemons. Yeah, I made a jar and a half of lemon curd. And
a bit jealous because you had chocolate cake as well last night. So
chocolate cake, yeah.
But thank you everyone again for watching and listening to a Cosmic Crone conversation. Thank you for all the contributors in the live chat. Thank you so much for your support. And please get in touch with us if you'd like to cover a subject that we haven't covered that we might be able to do. Thank you, Warrior Girl, again for all your hard work in the chat. And guys, see us on YouTube or hear us on Spotify and some other platforms that I don't remember, as I've said. So we bid you.
Thank you, Warrior Girl.
A very good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching or listening to us. So it's goodbye from me, Marie.
And it's goodbye from me, Tina.
See you next time. Are you going to end this too? Oh, yeah. You're going to end it? Yeah? T! Hello? Yeah. Are you going to end it? All right. I'm with you now. Dum, 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 dum. God, aren't we mad? Bye, everyone. Bye.